So these released 2 days ago and in the UK, and just straightforward onto the Nike app, which probably signifies to me that like Jordan 1s are pretty much dead, and because it's not the in trend at the moment, and obviously something like the Y2K runners are, and metallic sneakers, and I think even black sneakers now actually, and so this is basically not considered, I suppose, heat anymore, otherwise it would be on the sneakers app. And the reason I ended up purchasing them was one, I like them, I like the look of them. Two, I'm into sort of black toe color blockings anyway, and also, thirdly, I didn't want to buy resale because sometimes with resale, I've done a feature on this as well. Sometimes with resale, you tend to find that you may not get like a good pair. At least with a retail shop, I can sort of send it back and get another pair or something like that, or and sort of finally, I think for me, it's one of those ones where I'm not sure like how many in terms of stock. Obviously, it's in stock at the moment, but I know like Nike sort of announced earlier on in late December, like 2023, that they were sort of cutting back production. So I don't know how much it affects these particular sneakers, and that's the other reason why I sort of bit the bullet and got them, because sometimes if they're limited, then the prices will sort of remain sort of stable. And so with this pair, I think, I don't know, it sounds to me that it might be slightly less numbers than some of the other pairs. I know like with the green glows, it seems there's quite a lot of pairs and people not really after those, and maybe if they go on sale and if I can sort of get them for half price, I'd probably buy them, because again, they've kind of got a black toe colour blocking vibe to them. So this pair, like I say, is the Jordan 1 Latte, and I really like the box on this as well. It's really nice, and this is the kind of thing that they should be doing, and it just kind of sort of makes it a bit more sort of unique, which is always nice. And it's not a collab either, so it's just the fact that they're just putting a bit of effort into it just makes it sort of more worthwhile, especially now that Jordan 1s are really expensive. And this is the color blocking, so it says black, legend brown and white, and then it's a women's version of the Jordan 1. I'm not sure how that differs, but I always tend to just go up half a size anyway with my Jordan 1s. I just prefer the extra width space. And what you get with it inside is this coaster, which is obviously referring to a latte. So it says on there, "See latte," which is quite corny, but also nice thing to have. It's not like I'll probably use this, but it's nice to sort of have extras included. And then you got the paper as well, which is kind of this coffee swirly type texture to it, which again just adds to the sort of more premiumness of it. And then the sneakers themselves, you can see, I think Jordan 1s nowadays, they come sort of individually wrapped. This is the trainer itself, so it looks really nice. And I can sort of see there's already a bit of an issue here, but I'm not really going to worry about that because they tend to sort of scratch up anyway. So, but just the quality control, and there's not much I can do about it, I guess. And like I said, it's got this nice, almost sort of light brown colour to it, and very much, with the Air Jordan sign, I can see that it's embossed on there as well now, rather than it just being sort of flat printed, which is cool. And you can kind of see it's like indented slightly, so which again just adds to the sort of more qualityness of it. And yeah, as you can sort of see, I think it's probably pushed out a bit, but even so, you can sort of see like the leather quality isn't too bad either. It's quite nice. It's a bit sort of got that sort of lacquery feel to it, but it does feel nice, and especially even on the side. And then the back here is similar to the Mocha, where it's kind of this sort of nubuck material. It's not, I don't think it's suede. It feels more like nubuck to me. And yeah, it's just got like a nice matte look to it, which I really like. And then I think the sail, that midsole, works with this particular sneaker because of the fact that they're going for that latte theme. So it just sort of signifies cream or milk. And then the outsole as well has just got this sort of design on there as well, which is basically the same sort of colour as what you got here with the light brown colour. So that's really nice. And then also inside, I can see there's a latte themed insole as well. So try and pull this up. Nice sort of 23 on there as well. So, which is really cool. So it's like some nice touches. I don't think the insole's going to be that great by the feel of it, but just nice that they put an extra bit of design on there. So like I say, it's not a collab, but it's just nice to sort of have that extra bit of effort, which I appreciate. And then you get some laces with it as well, which is basically a pair of sail laces, and I definitely probably will end up putting these ones in. Usually I go with like the highs. I usually go with black laces, but I think for this one, for me, I think the sail laces is probably a little better. But yeah, really nice shoe. I don't know, like for most people, you probably don't want to pay like the full price if you can or cannot. But I didn't really want to take the chance, if I'm honest. So I'm kind of glad to have these, and like I say, these will be sort of kept in the collection for a long time. So here are the details for the Air Jordan 1 High OG Latte. Comes in a legend brown, black, white and sail colorway. And this has a polyurethane cup sole. And it's got an Air Max unit in the heel. And it's made up of all leather materials. And the price is £175. So with the comfort and sizing, much like any other Jordan 1, this is on the medium to firm side. And I would say the insole isn't as good as some of the other models I've worn, such as say the Airship Tech Grey colorway or the Jordan 1 High 85s, but it's still okay. It's not like supreme comfortable though, and like I say, they're on the medium to firm side, so they're more slightly on the stiff sort of harder side. And because of that, they can get sort of fatiguing after a while, so if you've like worn them all day, you probably will start to sort of feel that. And there isn't much support around the arch as well. They're a very flat trainer. And the wearing time for these, much like any other Jordan 1, I'd say you need sort of 6 to 8 hours with this one. And I had a bit of tightness on the pinky toe side on this particular pair, so I'm not sure if it differs for women. But I did go up half a size on this as well, so just to be aware, you could probably go true to size that for most people, but if you have a wide foot, maybe look to go up half a size. And these also have really good grip, like any other sort of Jordan 1 really, because it's got the sort of radial traction pattern. It works really well, like on the forefoot. And just overall, it's a stable shoe because of the fact that it's got a flat sole. So with the look and style, I like the OG black toe colour blocking. I'm a big fan of this, and I think any trainer that has this type of colour blocking, I'll probably end up picking it up, in all honesty. And for me, I think it's like the definitive sort of look, apart from say the Chicago colour blocking. I like that as well, but I have a more of an affinity to the black toe colour blocking in general. And these are sort of trainers that you can wear sort of springtime as well, I would say. And obviously if it's a sort of hot spring day, you probably don't want to wear them, but like mainly autumn winter, because of the colourway being the sort of light brown colourway, it lends itself well to the autumn winter weather, and the sailed out midsole as well. And I think with this one you can dress up sort of smart casual and obviously casual, so you can go the smart side because of the brown being slightly more on the sort of muted side as well. It's not like a shouty sort of sneaker, so you can sort of dress these up with a nice sort of jumper and a pair of chinos, or a casual blazer, and I think it'll look fine. And you can go with the black laces that come with it, and also it has a pair of sail laces as well, but there's you can probably try like brown as well, and obviously white. So with the final thoughts, I like the classic black toe colour blocking, big fan of that. And like I said earlier, it's like one of those ones where the trainer looks quite sort of simple and mostly sort of black and white, and then you've got that hint of colour on the collar, ankle collar and heel area. And I like the Latte inspired insole, which is really cool. The insole isn't great, but what can you do about that? And I like the fact that it has like a satin inner lining, so this seems to be a common theme now for women's trainers. So I would much prefer that anyway in general, so it just feels nicer and just a bit more comfier on foot. And I also like the special packaging, and what I mean by that is the box. It's nice that they just put a little bit extra effort into a GR release. And also the little coaster that you get as well, that's also a nice touch. And it's one of those things, it's always nice to just get extras. In terms of the cost, so £175 is a lot of money for a Jordan 1 nowadays, and for me it's a bit too high, but if this didn't have the black toe colour blocking, I probably would have waited and tried to grab it on sale or at a cheaper price. And also the comfort, so with this particular one, I'm not that fan of the insole. I don't think it's that great in terms of its quality, but the trainer itself obviously looks nice. So with the ratings, I give the look and style for this a 5 out of 5. Like I said to you, it's one of those things that I'm a black toe fan anyway, so for me the colour blocking is just sort of spot on. And like, if you missed out on the mocha, then this is a good consolation prize in my eyes, and it does look really nice on foot. And the comfort is just average stuff really, so it's nothing special, and I think the insole on top of that makes it slightly worse than some of the other Jordan ones that I've released. And the quality, I'm going to give that a 5. I think the packaging and the way the sneaker's built, obviously, is, you know, got leather. The fact that they've got the sort of embossed Jordan 1 logo now rather than it being printed, and also just the materials themselves are not like top quality, but it's nice, and I didn't see too much wrong with my pair. And the pricing, I give that a 4. It's just, like I say, priced too high in my opinion. I think if they retailed 150, I think it would be better. But overall, I still give this a 5 out of 5. I think any Jordan 1 that releases in a Latte colour blocking, you can't go wrong. And this is another pair as well. I think, you know, it'll probably likely, you know, I think sort of go higher in price later on in life. But for now, if you can grab them and grab them at a cheap price, then they're definitely worth getting if you sort of into the brown and black colourway.